Hook 29. Plan for the future. Don't live in it. Where did the time go? When I was in my mid-20s, I was fortunate to have a full-time, well-paying gig on Austin's famed 6th Street. 5 nights a week or more, I would hold court behind the piano at the renowned Ivory Cat Tavern. Locals and visitors from all over the world would gather around the edge of my stage or in the bleachers that lined the back wall to raise a glass and sing until they ran out of throat. These were some of the best days of my life. On any given night, however, one would be hard-pressed to determine if the real excitement was in the tavern or out on the street. The 6th Street legend was more than just a row of establishments or local musicians that graced the dimly lit stages. The eclectic group of people that walked among us nightly shared the blame here, too. Texas state senators, University of Texas Greeks, movie stars, rock stars, bona fide or imagined, food vendors, jewelry vendors, junk vendors, cross-dressers, no-dressers, naked, as we like to say in Texas, folks on convention, the wildest, mind you, folks on vacation and good old plain Austin nights, just to name a few, marched up and down the stone sidewalks. As I said, these were some of the best days of my life. Although slightly frowned upon by the owner, I took one break a night. Never at midnight, because people would say, well, it's midnight, so let's go home. Never too close to midnight, because people would say, well, it's close to midnight, so let's go home. Never at 11:30, because we started at 9, and that's too soon to take a break. 12:15, maybe. 12:30 was usually the sweet spot. On this one now memorable night, I strolled out to the street just a few minutes after leaving the stage. I had just a few moments, 15 moments to be exact, to enjoy my break, so I figured I would leave the haze and get some fresh air. Stationed within the regular cast of characters, I noticed a man and woman holding a big burlap sack that drew a considerable amount of attention. Curious, I sauntered over, as young rock stars do, and looked in the bag. Puppies. I reached into the bag and grabbed a fur ball. As I turned its little face toward mine, I was unaware that I was about to be overwhelmed. The only thing I can say is that I instantly loved little Belle at that moment. I remember saying, "How much?" I had the $50 in cash they were asking, and the deal was done. Still, with a set to go, I put little Ladybug, she has a lot of names, okay, in the break room and said, "I'll be right back." Bug was my little girl for quite a long time. There was an era when, if you knew Matt, then you knew Laybug. Still more names. She was kind of my own Forrest Gump. Pick a major event in my life, she's been around in some way. Girlfriends, gigs, tours, marriage, kids, first house. You get the point. I recall lying in bed and bawling my eyes out the night before she was to turn 10 years old. We all know that dogs don't live forever, and 10 seemed like an ominous milestone. I was afraid the best dog in the world was near the end, just because she was about to turn 10. Belle was the ruler of the house and would communicate as if she was aware of her standing. We would joke that when she wanted back inside from relieving herself or sniffing the air, there was no ramp up to the "let me in." Her first bark was as if she'd been waiting for hours. And she never slept outside. Never. The night before she died, she slept out on the back porch underneath the moon and the stars. She was 18 years old. Where did the time go? I'm not sure that I can add too much more to the discussion on mindfulness and living in the moment. So much has already been said, and I would only be repeating. Yet the tears in my eyes right now as I recall my sweet Belle and the night younger me pulled her out of that brown sack remind me that time is precious and we need to relish what we get. Having goals, plans, and ideas for life and work are essential. However, many times we get caught up in the excitement, wonder, and even anxiety about the future that we pay little attention to the present. 10 years can become 18 in the blink of an eye. Don't miss out by planning for the future.